Okay, welcome to the recap. So, today was an interesting day because Friday was bank holiday, so a half day, which made today pretty weird, and we had this big expansion overnight from Asia to London, so about 400 points, and we already swept out previous day high, which was pretty much my draw because of it being this external high. So, coming into the morning, we pretty much already had the move, which made me a little bit more bearish just because if you go to the 4 hour here, we had this interesting candle with no wick. So I wanted to see this get hit. And looking at the 15-minute, all these lows just looked really ugly to me. And on top of that, we had London low still intact. Same thing on ES. So originally I was just pretty much leaning more bearish. Um, we did have all-time high. So what I wanted to see is potentially a move higher, sweep out this high, then we would have an SMT and then get a short down to at least this low and maybe London low. But I didn't expect much for today just because we already had this big move. And yeah, no news Monday. So if you didn't trade today, probably good idea. But I just waited for 10 a.m. to see if we could get something good. So there's 10 a.m. Okay, so right before 10 a.m. we were right here, right below this high. This was a 4 hour high. It was also, if you have BADJ off, it was all-time high. Yep, so go down to the 1 minute and let me put this back. Okay, I viewed this as 10 a.m. opening higher because we did trade a little bit lower at first, but we didn't trade into really anything. There was no 5 minute gaps down here. We didn't rebalance the 5 or 15-minute range. Only thing really that we came into was this little 3 minute gap. And I also said this looks more like 10 a.m. opening higher because we went ahead and swept out this previous 1 hour high, the 9 a.m. high, right away. And I was like, my thought process was, okay, we're going to sweep out this high right here. So I waited for that to happen, but that never ended up happening. So we edged the high, make equal highs, relative equal highs with this high. And ES didn't really trade into anything to reject off of over here. We just had a small SMT. Yeah, not much here. So I couldn't short this with these highs being here, but this did end up playing out. So I saw, I think there was like 3 minute rejection block here, which doesn't give an entry, I don't think, and a 5 minute. Yeah. So this was pretty much the move of the day, which I expected just to sweep out all these lows. Unfortunately, I don't know why we just edged this high. Happens sometimes. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much all I saw today and all that I really wanted. And once we edged that high, I pretty much just didn't look for anything because I didn't really want to short this with this high still being here. But there was nothing really for longs either. And we pretty much just came lower and we had London low get swept. And there was a 4 hour gap as well, which we formed once the 10 a.m. candle opened right here. So yeah, today was a pretty bad. I do think this would be good if we had actually swept this high, because then we'd have a nice clean 10 a.m. open high with this 15-minute rejection block, SMT, and some really good draws on liquidity down here and this 4-hour gap. So yeah, that's pretty much what I saw today. Didn't take anything because, yeah, there's nothing to take really, unless you wanted to risk it on this. And now we're down here, so yeah, we pretty much just continued lower the rest of the day. Looks like we do have a small SMT, maybe. With this low. But yeah, not sure what we're going to do from here because let me pull up this without the drawings. Yeah, so we still have these highs, which would be a good draw maybe for tomorrow. Um, but yeah, all these lows don't look the best. This looks a little choppy all in here, so maybe we do want to sweep out these lows. But we'll see what we do from here. This looks more like, especially on ES, some accumulation. Yeah, but we'll see what we do from there, and I'll see you in the next one.